All right, good morning. I have an update on the investigation into the disappearance of the Menards, Dan and Stephanie Menard. Earlier this morning, the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department brought out a cadaver dog, deployed that dog at the site of the suspect's home where the suspect was arrested. The dog did alert, indicating the presence of a body somewhere underneath the house. At this point, Redlands police are working with city assets to assure that the structure is safe for search parties to enter. So we have not yet made entrance into the structure, and we have not located any bodies, but as I said, the cadaver dog did alert this morning. And that's all that I have that's new. I'm happy to answer whatever questions.
Is there a time frame on how long it's going to take to make this safe? Like
It's difficult to say. We've got various city crews up there evaluating various aspects of it, and we're not going to send people in if there's a danger of the structure collapsing on them.
Is it something that could take hours or perhaps even days?
I hope it's not days. I suspect it'll be hours.
Carl, you had mentioned earlier this morning that cadaver dogs with the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department were en route. Have they already arrived?
Yeah, they arrived and they're gone. I shouldn't say they. There was one dog. It has already been deployed and alerted on an indication of a body, at least one body.
Carl, can you tell us anything else about Michael Sparks? Have you learned anything else about him, who he is, if he had any kind of a background?
No, I don't have any other information to share on this suspect.
Is he been cooperating with your investigation at all?
No, he's requested a lawyer.
Can you talk to us about what you elaborated earlier this morning on how you found him, where you found him last night as you guys took him into custody?
We did a search using a remote apparatus of his home. After breaching the home and making entry, we did an extensive search, and then late last night we did locate him under the home and negotiated with him, and eventually he surrendered.
The neighbor said 2 years ago one neighbor disappeared, and they body.
I'm sorry?
2 years ago, a neighbor disappeared and has not been located. So we're wondering, is that part of this investigation?
I don't have any information on that. Anyone else?
Did the cadaver dog alert in the same area where he was taken into custody last night?
Yes. For those of you who want a complete sentence, yes, the cadaver dog alerted in the area where the suspect was taken into custody last night. I don't know.
If you have found bodies, are they in enough shape that you can confirm that they are linked to cadaver dogs?
That'll be up to the coroner's office to determine. Right now we're removing evidence, and we have confirmed that at least some of that is human remains.
Found 2 bodies.
I can't say that. All I can say is that there are human remains under there.
Inside of the bunker or inside of the home?
Inside of the bunker.
Were the human remains intact?
I'm not going to comment.
Has Mr. Sparks been speaking with law enforcement about possible motives or anything?
No, he has not spoken with law enforcement.
Are you
aware of
guys?
any disagreements between him and his neighbors?
We're not going to. That's part of the investigation. We're not going to speak to that.
You've been doing this a long time. What do you think of this?
What I think is really not relevant. It's unusual, certainly. I think the public can make their own determination about it.
So, I know that you
I'm sorry, Mike. I thought I turned my ringer off.
I know you guys aren't identifying the bodies per se, but can you at least confirm that Stephanie and Dan have been killed? And then if so, I mean, you do believe this man was the sole person responsible for their death?
We believe that Dan and Stephanie are deceased. I can't confirm that, we haven't located, we don't know that we've located their bodies. We've located human remains. I can't verify that that's Dan and Stephanie, and without verifying that, we don't have physical evidence that they're deceased.
But it's accurate to say that you believe that this man is responsible for their deaths.
Yes, and that's why we've charged him with murder.
The human remains were those in the bags?
Yes.
Were the remains, I know you can't really go into detail, but were the remains discovered in like a some sort of fashion?
We believe this is a homicide. I think that's a gruesome sort of fashion. I don't mean to make light of it.
Has he said anything before about, or did he say anything about killing himself beforehand? Or
I can't.
That he had killed them, kidnapped them, and then was going to kill himself?
I can't comment on that. However, he did have a rifle, and he did attempt to kill himself when the police discovered him, but the rifle misfired.
So did he fire the weapon at himself then? Or
He tried to.
did he hit any body parts?
The weapon misfired. It didn't go off.
It didn't work.
It didn't go off.
And you don't have any idea of a motive at this time?
That's part of the investigation. I'm not going to comment on that.
Was he threatening that he was going to kill himself though?
I can't comment on that.
Any more detail about what brought you back after yesterday? Some sort of tip?
We were actually just following up. The initial investigation out here yesterday was not based on a tip. We were following up. While the officers were here, they received a tip that a person involved in Dan and Stephanie Menard's disappearance was on the property.